Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Excuse me, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, June 20th, 2019. Just to let everybody know, I've gotten, I guess, about all of the portals links sent out to everybody. If you've not received them, check your junk mail. For some reason, some people have had it go into their junk mail. The subject line says portal. That's it. You go inside, they have a letter in there and a link. You can just click on the link and go right there and sign up. Now, some people have, I don't know, kind of messed up the sign up or something, and they didn't work right or something like that. You got to understand that if you're hurried, stressed, fearful, cynical, pessimistic, negative, you're going to have issues with it. It feels you when you come there. Just you. It's not a big brother or some, boogeyman type thing. It is it's kind of an algorithm sensing, you. So when you go there, just make sure you're in a calm state, peaceful state, and an excited state. Because and you go there without judging, say. If you only see what you see, it's because that's all you want to see. If you only see what you see, it's because that's what you want to see. You have to seek and not judge. It's very important. Because all in all, you'll miss the whole entry, the whole key to the gate. You'll miss it all. And you'll just disperse it, put it in the chapter 13, which would be unfortunate. So, we are, and this is so important for all of us, is that oftentimes we believe that we are aware of things, okay? But things take place, things happen, and we just don't seem to understand why they do. And it gets frustrating because, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. But it's not going the way I want it to go. You understand that throughout our lives, we have been literally programmed. Now, the programming is in the subconscious, right? Which most people aren't aware of. They don't identify with the subconscious. And all of that subconscious chatter that's been pumped into you through the years, it can be anything that influences you. Things disappointing that happen, losing loved ones, all these things that are stored there. And unbeknownst to you, they influence you. That's why it's so frustrating for a lot of people that have these different intentions, but they're not working. Okay? They still feel heaviness. And the reason that is because subconscious then bleeds into the conscious, and it literally dictates to you. And you carry those things, but you don't know you're carrying them. See? Or you suppress them, but they're still there. So you ignore them. You try to kind of maneuver and, swim around and, just ignore them. But they're there. And when you you turn and face them. You face them. Okay? This is the courage that we all have. But you turn and you face those. And you do it with peace, joy, and love. It's almost like you have a seat with them, and you address them all. And you say, I've made peace with you in this, and I give you love. But I no longer care to have you with me. I would like you to leave. You do this from the heart-mind, and they begin to leave, because they know now that you've identified them, that you're not angry with them, that you have literally let them go, dismissed them. There's a lot of tidying that we have to do. We don't have to do it, but we should do it. And what it does is it begins to balance us more and more. Now, some of these things people just will not face. They won't. It's like they put a titanium wall up. Even though they know it's there, it's on the other side. They just don't want to see it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to talk about it, nothing. And so they just say, well, you know, it'll go away. But it's with them. And if they don't address it, it's going to feel heavy with them as they go through this life. Just to face it, make peace with it. Most people run from them. They run from it. Say, they don't face it. They don't turn to it and communicate with it. They turn away and they walk the other way, or they run the other way. Doesn't matter. Still with you. Until you find the courage to face up to it, and it leaves. It's really that simple. It leaves. You know, the Matrix would want everybody to think, oh, no, that's really tough. You got to go to a psychiatrist, a psychologist. You have to be analyzed. You have to go to a clinical exam. You've got to do this and that. You have to take these medications, which is basically, you know, adding fuel to the fire. So when you begin to take it in, communicate, and it'll disperse, it'll disappear. This is what happens when we go into the past. This is what happens when we go into the future. It pulls us from the now. It pulls us always from the center. The center is the peace. The center is the joy. The center is the calmness, contentment. We're not in a mode of wanting. See what I mean? When you're in the center, the now, you're not wanting things. You're not vying for things, whatever they may be. See, when this happens, you're not in peace. You're not. You're in distress. That's part of the reason why we practice of going into the now, the center. Okay? And when we talk about the center, you can identify it as many things. You can identify it as the center of a hurricane storm, the eye, the center of a tornado. It's always the center. It's where the calmness is. It's where the peace is. The center is your God. The center is your God. You know where to go. You're in the center. What's in the center of the Milky Way galaxy? A great central sun. Okay? What's in the center of the universe? It's hard to be a center of the universe when it's constantly expanding. But what is the center? A great galactic sun. energy vortex that expels, that sends out wonderful, uplifting energies that some cannot tolerate. So it needs to be tuned down. You're the center. All things come in through you. All things leave through you. You identify them. There's no fear, anger, stress. It's not created anymore by the mind and the ego. You are at peace. And you are in joy. There's no sadness. Sadness is low vibrational frequency. Believe it or not, it is. Some people say, well, sadness is good. Anger is good. When you know yourself, you do not need those sparks to spur you on. Do you know what really moves us forward? Love moves us forward. But, it's that incessant matrix that comes in, tries to convince us otherwise. You are the most important existence that there is. You are of the highest high, the deepest love, the greatest joy and peace. Now, the pressure that a lot of us feel from time to time is that we ignore that. We ignore it. Many lock their center off. And they're immersed in this ocean of deceit, manipulation, and greed. This is what those who control this planet, or did control it, want to continually push onto the civilization. That you do not have peace, that you do not have love, that you are our slaves. But the silly thing is that you never have been, nor shall you ever be. Because the God within you is free. Always has been. It is the belief mechanism that has engaged humanity to look a certain way, to follow a certain direction. And the direction is right off the cliff. You might have seen a picture in Mayan communications, wall writings, rock writings, where you see a whole line of humans walking up, and there's a cliff, and they're falling off of it. Then there's another line of people that are walking into the sun. So, you're the center. Remember that. Everything begins and ends with you. Everything. No matter how much trickery is thrown at us, everything that begins and ends is with you. Now you've been convinced that, well, that's just the way it is. That is not the way it is. It is never the way it is. It is the way you are, and the way you are is what creates what is. So, if your center is out of focus and you're out of focus, and your subconscious mind is sending you information that is absolutely, totally derogatory and negative, and yet you feel miscombobulated and your emotions are stressed or strained, it is because you are not at peace. It is because you are not in joy. It is because, most of all, that you are not in love. And the silly thing about it is that all of those things is what you are. But being steeped in a three-dimensional, three-density of frequencies tries its darndest to convince you otherwise. So if you will, go to the place where you are not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And while I'm talking, you're going to want to relax. How do you relax? Move into the now. Into the now. Your shoulders drop. You are not looking into the future. You are not looking into tomorrow. You are not looking into a year from now, a month from now, a week from now. You are not looking into the past making comparisons. You are not reminiscing into the past, which can cause you to become lost in emotions and feelings that are no longer there. They have been given. They have been transacted. You are in the center, the now. And relish in the now. You're happy in the now. You're at peace in the now. The reason so many people aren't is because they are not in the now. They're in tomorrow, the next day, a month from now, a year from now. They're into yesterday, the day before, a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. They spend all their time in the future and the past, and they never spend hardly any time in the now, which is all that there is. Because the now is everything. So you relax when you do this. You just basically fold into the now. We're one with your God. And as you do this, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003. It focuses you when you do this. It focuses you to concentrate on your breathing. Right? As you're holding it for 3 seconds, you're focusing on your breathing. This centers you. No distractions. Your attention is on only the breathing. This is why you hold it for 3 seconds. You exhale through the mouth. And you want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Breathing is an empowering effect for the body. It allows you to move into peace, into joy, because you concentrate on the breathing. You drop your attention on all the chatter going on around you. And as you're doing this, you breathe in divine positive energy. Understand everything's a frequency. And also understand that you are constantly searching. You're constantly asking questions. You're constantly wanting to know. So the collective consciousness of the universe comes in and actually communicates with your God self, with your center. And it gives you messages. And I'm not talking about voices from one part of the brain to the other. It's a knowing, okay? It's a knowing. It's not I think, maybe, possibly. It is I know. And this fills you, permeates you, reinforces who you are, what you are. You are in the center of the storm, of the hurricane, of the tornado. You are in the center. The center is the peace, is the joy. Buddha knew this. Maitreya knew this. All the great ascended masters knew this and know it. All of those who have ascended out of body know this. As you breathe out, you're breathing out. No, that's not right, or this isn't true. All of that. Distraction. The subconscious pulling on you, the mind pulling on you, sitting there trying to say, no. Live this way, it's the way you're supposed to live. Be this way, it's the way you're supposed to be. And that just all flows out. All of the things that you, and we all do this, that you have not made peace with. All the things you don't make peace with. Have you met anybody yet that's at total peace with themselves? Genuinely, not superficially. There's a lot of people say, oh, I'm at peace with myself. The next minute they're yelling and screaming about something. Being at peace with yourself means that you're totally content. That you're in the moment and in the now. And to you, that's all that's important. In the moment and in the now. You have shed all of your conflicts with yourself. You've dispersed them, you've embraced them, you've put love on them, you saturate them with love. They disperse. And you become more free. Does it make any sense to carry that stuff throughout your life? It becomes heavier each year that passes. You know? Until you literally send it away, send it off. Oftentimes, we have loved ones that pass. And we all have had that. I'm almost positive about that. And some of us hold on to the loved one desperately. And what that does is if the spirit, God, when it leaves the body, and you wait 72 hours roughly before you burn the body, so that the spirit can reacclimate, the God can reacclimate outside the body and get adjusted. If you don't do that, and you keep the body, so the spirit never separates from the body, it is kind of held here. And on top of it, those who have lost that one hang on to that as well. Oftentimes, that's why you will notice that in cemeteries, literally there are spirits that are stuck there because those living did not let go. Okay? And when I talk about, letting that go, it's literally about the fact that it's not like you're saying, okay, that's over and I want to talk. You're just letting that spirit go. You're in the living life. You're in the material life, the biological life. You move forward. They're always there, but you're okay. They feel good about that. They're able to move on. You're able to move on. We fold into the heart mind immediately. And as we do, we're right above the heart. Our center moves up in our bodies. The higher we can keep our center, the more at peace, the more in joy and love that we are. We raise our vibrational frequencies by moving our God self higher and higher up in the body. You'll be able to feel it and know it. When you concentrate and focus your attention on your center, on your God, where is it? Where is it at? You'll feel where it's at. You'll know. Could be in the stomach. Could be even lower. Could be in the chest. Could be up by the neck. Could be even higher. You'll feel it. We're all encased in a perfect sphere, 24/7. It is deep, eternal love, golden light, pink light, of Mother, Father God, Prime Source, Creator God, our family. It is the emerald green healing flaming light of Archangel Raphael. We will learn in time that we will just be able to heal ourselves no matter what it is. Very few can do that now. The violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, the white fire, the purple transmuting flame, the violet ray, these are all embracing us, moving with us. They're part of who we are, what we are. And we expand. And we're met with our God. We're embraced with our God. We merge with our God. We are heaven on earth. When you do that, you create heaven on earth. Nirvana, total bliss, peace, joy. When that energy continues to expand on this planet, it transforms the planet. There can be no hate. There can be no anger. There can be no greed. The only thing that can penetrate our sphere is deep eternal love. Everything else that is of low frequency is vaporized. And arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light at the equator of this planet, this Gaia, this Terra Christa, this Earth. And you can see the subtle flames coming off of the circle. And we enrobe the planet in the highest deep eternal love. And we begin to float up effortlessly. And as we do, as we're moving, we call upon our brothers and sisters to assist in this meditation, to be with us. All of the light energy beings of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, in total benevolence, in complete tranquility, peace, joy, unselfishness, or I should say, unselfishness. Generous. And they come in the quintillions, in the gigaplexes, massive numbers, filling the sacredness of space, coming into the circle and watching our flames expand, our light expand. They are humbled by our presence as we are humbled by theirs. We are in great gratitude for them being with us as they are with us. And we love them and they love us. We Call upon the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, the archetypes, all of the angels, all of those from this civilization, who are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, who are generous, kind, caring, at peace, in bliss and joy, in love. And they come and the trillions, they flow in, they connect with us arm in arm, hand in hand. You may hear laughter, you may see smiles, you may see flashes of beautiful light merging. You may feel warmth. You may feel goosebumps going through your entire body, left and right, from head to toe. You may feel upsurged, enlightened, embraced in deep eternal love. This is powerful with all of this energy coming together. It's astronomical. And you're part of it. We thank them. We love them. They thank us and love us, and we are both humbled by each other's presence. We call upon the Ascended Masters, all of those who have ascended out of body, who have decided to stay and assist humanity. Help them understand of the highest, deepest eternal love and from the highest, deepest eternal love. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Saint Germain, Gaia, El Morya, Sananda Jesus, Abundancia, all of the Ascended Masters, many, many more, flock in. They come in massive numbers. They join us. Imagine this energy in this circle of light. As the light expands, as we continue to float up, we thank them and we love them, and they thank us and love us. We are in gratitude and humbleness, as they are in gratitude and humbleness. We call upon all of the off-world civilizations, the galactics. These are all off-world civilizations who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, the highest love frequencies, who are at peace, kind, and sharing, and generous, and they do not judge. And they come in massive numbers. Massive. And we embrace them, and we thank them, and they have been assisting us with our evolution. They have been assisting us in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage, with our enlightenment, moving more and more into love, with our ascension. And they are with us, and our light expands and grows. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of the civilizations of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, in non-judgment, in love and care and generosity, to join us in this meditation. And they come. Massive numbers, in the billions. They join us. We embrace them. We love them. They love us. We are humbled. They are humbled. And our light expands. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this life and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. They are of the deepest, the highest eternal love, from the deepest, highest eternal love. They are benevolent, kind, generous, and they join us in the billions. They literally are absorbed with us, arm in arm, hand in hand. They are with us, next to us. We love them. We thank them. They love us and thank us. We're humbled by them. They are humbled by us. we call upon all of light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on this planet, in this planet at this time. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the trees, the elements, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphins, the whale, the Pegasus, and the unicorn, and many, many, many more. And they gladly flock to us. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in peace and joy. They are in center. And we thank them. And we love them. And we're humbled by them. And they thank us. They love us, and they're humbled by us. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. This sets center circle. It can be seen, heard, felt in all dimensions, all densities, all frequencies, all existences, all universes. And any contact that is made with it in any of those awarenesses is saturated in deep eternal love, permanently being uplifted and accelerated into a higher high frequency of peace, of center, of God. We can feel all of those meditations that it holds perpetually. We can feel all of the deep eternal love as it rains down upon us, as it saturates us. All of our bodies, our gods, our physical form, head to toe, inside and out, flooded and saturated with the highest, deepest eternal love. We are center. We are now, always. As our gods continue to move up in our bodies, higher and higher and higher. Eventually, our gods will be outside of our bodies, above us, floating. We will see all and know all. We look at the planet and we see all of our brothers and sisters. We see all of life. We see all the sparks like a Christmas tree everywhere. We love them all. We're in joy with all of them, with all of their gods and our gods. We flood and saturate them with the knowingness, the peace, and the joy of being center. Being the gods that they truly are. Benevolent, kind, giving, knowing, peace. We watch the transformation. We watch the lights become brighter. And eventually, it is just a big ocean of brilliant golden white light. Because we are one. And because we are center. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Remember, focus, now, center. This will calm you. It'll eliminate the friction, disillusionment. You'll be able to focus in the joy, in the peace, in the happiness. And what you will know when you have achieved this, take it with you through the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We'll return here at 3 p.m. Eastern, June 21st, 2019.